Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a dynamic effort bench press day. And like what I've been doing lately, I went ahead and started with some rows. I want to make sure I get a good pump in the upper back, middle back, and everything, just to give me more stability when pressing. So again, I've been doing seal rows before I do any bench pressing on my 2 bench press days for both max and dynamic effort. And again, it actually helps give me a lot of extra back work to do it this way. So, I've ended up with, if we count all the dumbbells, barbells, everything else, I still have a training day tomorrow and I'll do some back work. This puts me at, 12 sets already for my lats and upper back and everything. So again, kind of keeps me in a good situation for that. Just to work these in every day. So even just starting my benching with it, it makes sure we get lots of lat and upper back work. So again, I've been doing right now just sets of 10. I'd gotten stronger with these. I got up to where I could do 6 with 235. But I'm just doing sets of 10 now with 205 because these are pretty much limit sets. I could maybe grind out one more rep, maybe, but these are real close to a 10 rep max for me. So for speed benching, like I've said, I'm switching to all just closed grip benching again. I'm just going to build up my closed grip. So for all this, I did 10 triples. These are about 30 seconds apart, right? 30 seconds apart. So the speed benching takes about 10 minutes once you get the chains and everything set up. So the idea here for me, I'm not even doing it like in the piston effect. I'm actually pausing on the chest, trying to focus on just getting really tight, finding that groove. I'm still noticing, actually, and I've been noticing since I'm close gripping, even though I haven't previously been hurting, I do get some pain up in my right near my shoulder and collarbone on the right side. But as I get further into the sets, it goes away. I've noticed where I touch matters. So again, that's been the interesting thing. Like I didn't have pain even with the limited range of motion that I've been getting from a couple of years of wide grip benching now. And keep in mind, guys, people forget, I used to close grip 365. I used to only close grip, used to promote close grip. And then I'm like, I want to try wide grip, listen to a lot of other coaches out there. And then I've realized I was right all along. I'm probably better at it when I train it, and it's just easier on the shoulders, right? So again, I've got to rebuild all this stuff back up. Got to rebuild this stuff up. But the speed benching itself went well, but I definitely noticed, and again, I don't get this from the wider grip benching itself, so this is just residual inflammation from all of it. Yeah, I definitely get a little bit of pain there, but it was for about the first 5-6 sets and it completely went away. So again, I have to build all these areas up. I have to get the inflammation down. And like I said, avoiding wide grip benching, avoiding side delt work, anything that might put stress there be the way to go. So I'm just going to build everything up. So also what people will notice, all my training is 10 plus reps other than the max work and speed work now. Focusing on just quality volume, which you guys will see when we get to the other movements. Focusing on rep quality, building muscle. Building muscle. And we don't need heavy weights for that. And because I max out twice a week, I don't care about the weight being heavy. All I care about is building muscle, but we'll get to that in a minute. So the speed bench, the idea, be aggressive. And so with these, I'm controlling it, getting just a brief pause while staying super tight and then just exploding up as hard as I can, right? I want it to be aggressive. That's the idea. I want it to be as explosive and as powerful as possible. So again, move the bar as quickly as you can. Move it as quickly as you can. And like I said, I'm making some adjustments to the diet this week. I feel like my little run with the lower carbs, I feel like even in that fasted window, I tend to easily overeat with a huge amount of fat in the diet. So I don't feel like I've really got leaner at all from it. So I'm going back to just broing it up. I'm going to keep fasting, and I'm just going to do the whole chicken, brown rice, broccoli type thing. Actually, more sweet potatoes and avocados than anything. And then we'll do some fat-free dairy and stuff like that in there. I'll throw a few eggs in. But yeah, realistically, I'm probably just going to be better doing that. So stick with the bro dieting with the intermittent fasting because I'm a bottomless pit. Like my maintenance is like 3,500 plus calories easily, but I can way out eat that even in a 6 to 8 hour feed window while fasting, even with clean food. So realistically, I almost feel like just filling up on brown rice and vegetables is the way to go, and just make sure I hit over 200 grams of protein every day while doing it, which is really, really easy. That's not difficult. I normally get like 300, but that's going to be my baseline. Just make sure I get at least 200 grams of protein. So after the speed benching, I'm like, I don't feel that I need to go as heavy on the dips. I've gotten to where I've worked up to 10s. Actually, I got 11 reps with the 55, But I realized, look, I want to focus on quality reps. I want to make sure every single rep is to my comfortable range of motion. So notice I'm getting deeper. So look at the angle and notice I'm getting below parallel when I do this. Some of the 55s were not. I just feel more comfortable with that lighter weight. And so, yeah, I end up doing sets of 12 here. But when we think in terms of the range of motion, we're good. So think about all of this from the Louis Simmons philosophy. When it comes to accessory work, what does Louis always say? It's like, I want to get as strong as possible with the lightest weight possible. Because we max out, guys. We max out already, and then we do the speed work. Okay, so almost all this supplemental work, I'm really treating it like not just bodybuilding, but higher rep bodybuilding. So yeah, I did, other than the rows, which were 10s, I did 12 plus on everything today. Everything was 12s, and in the bands, I went like 50 reps. And again, it all felt good. We got a really good pump, right? I felt a lot of chest. I felt a lot of tricep on these dips. And actually, I noticed when I got deeper, I felt even more tricep. So you would think with the deeper situation, it would be, oh yeah, he's going to feel even more chest. No, it made more tricep, which was interesting. So even doing them the other way, the chest pump has been phenomenal. But now that I'm trying to go just a hair deeper, even if I'm getting 12s instead of 10s by doing so with a 10-pound lighter weight, I felt more tricep on that. So then the dumbbell presses, I did 2 sets of these, kind of the same idea, going as strict as possible, right? Trying to get the deepest stretch that I can get at this angle. Now, if I turn in and pronate more, I can probably get a hair deeper. But just trying to focus on the stretch, just quality. Got 12 reps on both of these. I picked a weight. I'm picking a weight I know I can do right about 12. I only did 2 sets. I was going to do 3, but I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to overuse just that shoulder area with this. I want to get some blood flow to it. I want to get a nice good pump. I want to get some upper chest work again. Because that is one thing I feel like I backed off the incline, and I do worry maybe that's why there's a little bit of discomfort in that clavicle area. Because it's not really truly shoulder. It's not actually at the shoulder joint. It's above the chest on that right side. So I want to make sure I keep some incline work in. And I may, once I feel my shoulders are really good, I'm going to push a ton of incline work again. Incline, barbell, close grip, dumbbell, right? Push a lot of incline. But right now, dips are going to be my staple, dips and triceps. And I feel like for me, probably what's going to give me the most close grip carryover right now really is going to be just getting good at extensions and dips. Will I eventually work some JM presses in, some floor presses, other stuff? Yeah, we rotate through things. But I just feel like the dips really, really help stimulate my chest a ton. So I feel like as long as I push the dips, with really good volumes and progression, so even like I did 12s today. So even if I don't go heavier for a bit, what happens if I can get those 45s with a good range of motion like that up to 15, 16, 20. Okay, that's still progression. That's going to carry over to the bench. Same thing with these. Like you guys have seen me do these with 45-pound plates, which is 110. I dropped it a little lower because I struggle to get 10 reps on that, and I feel like the range of motion gets a little compromised because it feels a little heavy. So I'm like, let's just take it down to about 90 pounds. And I got 12s with these, and they were hard. Like the last rep or two were really, really difficult. Like I almost didn't get them, form broke a little bit. So we were pretty much, is that failure? I mean, technically we didn't miss reps, but form broke down in order to complete the last rep. I feel like the form broke and my form changed. So we're like a rep in reserve. Not quite failure, even though form broke. And I got 12s with this, but I focused on getting the longest range of motion I can get. Keep in mind the limited shoulder range of motion. But I'm like, let's focus on getting deeper. So we take 20 pounds off. Just like the dips, we took 10 pounds off. We picked up 2 reps, but we got a hair more range of motion. The same idea here. I took 20 pounds off. I picked up reps with the range of motion I felt like got a deeper stretch. So is it better stimulus? Well, longer range of motion, deeper stretch with slightly less weight and picking up a couple reps. I'm going to go with potentially maybe a hair more muscle stimulus. So treating this like bodybuilding, like let's just get big. Let's get big. Let's build the chest, build the triceps, build the shoulders. And the name of the game. But I really feel like the dips and the extensions are going to be the biggest game changers. But I do want to do some upper chest and shoulder work. So I am keeping that in, and I'm going to do some front raises in a bit. But yeah, these felt really good, and so I feel like this is a good weight to hit right around the reps I want, and to try to get a little more range of motion. And instead of only getting it on the last couple reps of a set, like let's just get it from rep one. Want to get that extra long head there too, because what's the problem with dips? Dips are amazing for the lateral and medial head. They're going to leave the long head a little lagging potentially. They still work it. So that comes up, people say, are you saying it doesn't work it? No, it works it. It's just not maximizing it. This will go ahead and make sure that we get that long head worked in addition to the whole tricep. And I feel chest and everything. So because of the pullover type effect on these extensions, I do feel my chest. Also, my back is destroyed today. My back hurts, and I don't know if it's, I mean, the middle back, it's crazy DOMS. Is it because I did chins for the first time, really, really strict with a dead hang after hitting a 500-pound good morning the day before? Maybe. But all I know is my lats and middle back had some crazy DOMS today, almost to the point I was worried about the speed benching. But we got through it. So just an FYI, all that work is hitting hard. So afterwards, I'm like, let's do the front raises. I like front raises. I noticed they did carry over to my closed grip bench before. So I went ahead, grabbed my 45, did 3 sets of 12, which are pretty much limit sets. I mean, I've got like 13 before, occasionally. So these are pretty much no real reps left. This is a 0 rep in reserve. Always interesting too, people always say that, well, you don't always slow down, yet they'll see me hit actual failure, watch me miss a rep right in the middle, right? And go, the bar didn't slow till you failed. It's like, yeah. And that's just me. It's because when I'm doing rep work like this, I try to go slow. And I know people are like, that looks like a pretty fast cadence on all this stuff. I'm like, to me, it feels slow. I feel like I'm going intentionally slow. Like I feel like these reps take forever. Like I feel like I'm training super slow, and it's funny. It's our perception. Because again, notice I lift fast. Watch, you guys have seen me pull 600 plus pounds in like 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds, 2-second reps, like to pull over 600. I'm fast. So for me, this is the equivalent of feels like super slow training for whatever it's worth. So it's kind of funny. So no, I'm not really leaving reps in reserve. And then the band press downs, I just did a set all the way till failure. I just did a set until I couldn't. There was a couple little breathers in there, approximately 50 reps. And I'm like, I'm just going to do one set of these today. I'm doing 7-10 sometimes, but it's like, I will get 40 or 50 reps on the first set. Then I'm quickly down to 20, down to 15, 16. So are they just jump volume if I can't replicate performance? Maybe, but that one all-out set, I know I'm getting a benefit. But pretty happy with today's workout, so I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.